Thursday morning, Mountain Bay Elementary. Happy Monday. I hope all of our Mustangs had a safe, healthy, and enjoyable fall weekend. A little windy yesterday, but really a beautiful weekend overall. Today is Monday, October 20th, and we are at a gold day 4 for our Encore. Weather today, full of frosty this morning. Chilly, 35 this morning, but look at that. We're going to get up almost 30 degrees warmer to the mid 60s. So the day should end well, but definitely chilly this morning. For lunch today, we have our, is it sunrise sandwich? Our sandwich with kind of a sausage patty, some cheese and an egg, sweet potato fries, and some celery. Breakfast tomorrow on Tuesday, we got our Cine Minis along with some orange slices. 2 birthdays today. A very, very happy birthday to both Elliot and Knox. If you see either of those two Mighty Mustangs, please be sure to wish them a great birthday today. I'm going to take a little bit of time this week as we are getting toward the end of October is going to be upon us before we know it. And October is AAC Awareness Month. Now you might be wondering, what is AAC, Mr. Schultz? Well, all of you have probably seen this in action somewhere in our school here at Mountain Bay, and I'll kind of just read through the paragraph there. What AAC stands for is Augmented and Alternative Communication, right? And oftentimes the way you've maybe seen this is with a different kind of iPad that maybe one of your classmates have, right? And they use that iPad to communicate, right? You can see just like talking, it's a way for people to communicate, interact with others. And not only an iPad, you might have seen maybe even Mr. Schultz. I've carried around a binder before to help one of our friends, right, go about their day and be successful. So there might be pictures, symbols, sign language, or again, devices like an iPad to help them speak. So again, you might have noticed these, and again, what those are called are AAC devices or AAC things, just again to help different Mustangs here at Mountain Bay, again, interact and communicate with each other. So I'll talk about some different things this week about it, but just bringing some awareness to those AAC devices. All right, we are shifting into the second part of our second mindset. The second part of our second mindset, right? Our second mindset is passion first. We're talking about exploring our passions. And our second part of that is exploring our interests, right? We all are interested in different things. You can see our quote today is, "Be the Fruit Loop in a world of Cheerios." It's kind of a fun quote. And it's funny, I'll just share a quick story. I was hiking with my family over the weekend, and there was 2 older gentlemen that were, they had some little race cars. I shouldn't say little, some pretty big little race cars and some remote controls. And it was a little bit different. It was a little bit, right, we were kind of hiking on some rocks and some hills, and they were using those to like go up the rocks, kind of like what people do with different ATVs, right? ATVs, sometimes you go on trails, or they were just doing it with mini ATVs. And my son asked, "What are those guys doing?" Right? And one of the guys just said, it's just a hobby of ours. And I thought that was pretty cool that everybody can explore their own interests. And some of us, it's sports. Others of us, it's maybe doing arts and crafts, gymnastics, dance, right? Or maybe it's taking little race cars or little monster trucks up some rocks on a little hill. So all sorts of different interests. And again, it brings forward our passions each and every single day. So really start talking about what are your interests and explore them a little bit. Would you want to get more into that interest, or is it just something you maybe want to do just a little bit here and there? Mountain Bay Elementary joke of the day: how do you make one disappear? That's a good question. Well, you add a G in front of it and it is gone. And if you see the number 1 here inside of the G, right? O-N-E for one, add a G in front, and it is gone. That came to us from Brianna in Mrs. McGrath's class. Thank you for sharing that, Brianna. Compliments are just nice thing to say of the day. Well, it's a Monday, right? So don't be afraid, and I encourage you to ask your friend, how was their weekend? What did they do? Was it good? Was it not so good? Why? Talk a little bit to them and see how it went. All right, let's wrap up with the Pledge of Allegiance. I hope everybody has a magnificently awesome Monday.